So I'm trying to wrap my head around this whole patriarchy hurts men too argument that people just continuously want to keep propagating. Um, First of all, I know that the common understanding for a lot of you is that the patriarchy is basically the embodiment of constricting gender roles on men. I understand that that's your take on the patriarchy. I understand that's the flavor of it that's been sold to you. And that the elite alpha males, the top guys up there, are the guys that are actually the ones that are holding you down, and they are the patriarchy, and the feminists are out there. Essentially what they're doing is they're appealing to you as a beta male. They're saying, hey, the patriarchy is holding you down, and you know what? I know who they are. I'll even tell you. I'll tell you what, I'll even bet you'll love the fact that we're going to help you take them down. You know who they are? They're the same guys that keep getting laid all the time, even when you are a really nice guy and you can't get any. I'm going to help you out. Those guys are the patriarchy. The alpha males. Together, you and me, we can take them out. This is your understanding in a visceral way, as far as I can tell, of the whole patriarchy hurts men too theory. It's the whole you are made to do this or be this or whatever is not a product of some mythical patriarchy. What you're up against there is you're up against the preferences of women. Because whether people like to admit it or not, the reasons why the social roles that did develop were mostly primarily in response to the desires that women had of what they needed in a mate. So they needed a guy who would protect, and they needed a guy who would provide a life or a living or whatever, because when society was developing, obviously, this is a pretty kindergartenish sort of way of looking at it, but obviously when society was developing, it just made sense. It was a division of labor. These things are still things that women look for in a male now. So, yeah, they sell you the patriarchy hurts men too theory, but you know what? These same feminists that are telling you all this, guess who they're out fucking? They hang out at your place and watch movies, and they're great friends, and yeah, they might even every once in a while give you a good blowjob, but really, the ones that are getting them really wet are the same guys that they're telling you that they're going to fight against for you. That's just the way it was sold. It's not true. The patriarchy, as far as feminists are concerned, the patriarchy is, and always will be, male power. That's it. That is what it boils down to. As long as men have power, of any sort, feminists will not be happy, and they will be fighting against it. The patriarchy hurts men too theory is utter bullshit. It is complete crap. If you want to talk about constricting gender roles, that's fine. But don't put it in terms of a patriarchy or in terms of an oppressive class, because that's not what it is. What it boils down to 90% of the time is the sexual dynamic between men and women. So if you want to actually class a patriarchy as far as males are concerned, or as far as something that actually constricts male behavior, that patriarchy, so to speak, would actually be women's sexuality, women's sexual preferences. I think a lot of these sort of issues should be very much explained and exposed and talked about in these videos, because even though I know I'm not exactly an expert on all sorts of things, I'm smart enough to understand that a lot of the reason why women get away with the shit that they do is because guys think that's the only way they're going to get laid. And that ain't true. So maybe somebody should pick up the torch here somewhere and start telling people exactly what it is. where men are going wrong when they think that they have to placate women and be friends with them and all the rest of that in order to get laid. But I think that's beyond the purview of this video. But what I will say is that if I hear one more guy tell me that they're fighting against what we're fighting against and we're less effective and all the rest of that, what I will do is I will say this: what the fuck have you accomplished compared to what we've accomplished? We took things from completely invisible, not even close to on the radar, years and years ago. Nothing was ever said about men's rights, men's issues, or anything from a male perspective. And we took it from zero to where it is today. And it took us years, but we're snowballing. And you have done fucking nothing for men at all. All you've done is lick the boots of feminists. More to you, more power to you, buddy. I don't give a shit. What I can tell you is this: I'm not getting down on my knees next to you.